Well, doesn't look like the cat's here, but this looks like the wardrobe room. Maybe I can find out where those beads came from now. Looks like the costumes are strewn everywhere. Maybe I'll put them away. I am the new production assistant after all. For reference only. Ah, okay. Here's how I can figure out which costumes belong in which lockers. The beads I found on the broken scaffolding match the ones on this Nefertiti costume. This screwdriver was used to scratch out that nameplate. Looks like someone was upset. Now let's clean up this mess. Huh?
Who are you?
Oh my gosh, you're Ida Brooks. Hi, I'm Nancy Drew, the new production assistant.
Ugh, I was hoping you were the new wardrobe person. Ever since Tatiana quit, this room's been a disaster. I've lost 2 pairs of Italian shoes in here.
I saw Tatiana's note. She was really scared of the accidents.
All these people quitting, they're such wusses. So what if the set is cursed, nobody's died or even gotten hurt? What the heck is their problem?
By any chance is your costume... Is your costume missing a bead?
Yes! Nobody can find the glue gun, so now wherever I go, I leave a trail of beads.
Do you get upset when you read those tabloid articles by Lydia Lynn?
Upset? Did they spell my name wrong? No, they spelled it right. Why would I get upset? It's free publicity. Actually, there's 2 stories in there about me. Well, technically, the second one's about Lois Manson, but it's kind of about me, seeing as how I'm playing the part she played in the first Pharaoh movie before she bit it. Or should I say, before the snake bit her.
How did the nameplate on your locker... How did it get all scratched up?
I don't know. It happened a couple of days ago. Apparently somebody doesn't like me. Although I have no idea why. I mean, as far as stars go, I'm nice as can be. So just buzz off, Mr. Name Scratcher Outer, whoever you are.
Were you on the set? Were you on the set when the scaffolding collapsed?
No. Just so happens I got a call from my agent saying to meet him in the Casbah. That's the lounge near the hotel we're all staying at. So I went over there, and the next thing I knew, the crew came in saying there'd been another accident, and we were done for the night. Hey, you should head over to the Casbah and meet the people you'll be working with. George is there, George Jackson. He's the director. Me, I think I'll go lie down. Being nice all the time is exhausting.
I think I'll take Ida's advice and check out the Casbah.
Hey there! Are you the new production assistant?
Me? Oh, yeah.
I could really use some help here behind the bar. What do you say to taking care of a few of these smoothie orders?
Well, sure, why not? This should be the perfect opportunity to hear some local gossip.
I've been stuck in this Anubis head ever since Tatiana quit. It's no fun getting all your nutrition through a straw, let me tell ya.
One of the grips told me the reason they've been doing so many takes of Ida is because a shadow keeps showing up behind her on the video playback.
What do you mean, a shadow?
It's like a dark blur just over her shoulder. VidTech can't figure it out.
I heard when that snake bit Lois Madsen, she didn't so much as gasp. It killed her so quick.
They say the first Pharaoh director was so obsessed with ancient Egypt that he'd sleep on the set instead of going home.
Maybe he slept on the set because his wife kicked him out of the house.
No, he was happily married. That's what drove Lois Manson bonkers.
You know who I can't stand? The snake wrangler guy.
The snake sure seemed to like him.
Which is exactly why I don't.
What about it?
Our fearless director over there sure looks happy.
It's the rattlesnake he's drinking. Can't get enough of them.
What's in those things anyway?
Blueberries, orange slices, and peanut butter. Always served with a snake rattle swizzle stick. You ever want to have a nice long chat with George Jackson? Just put a rattlesnake down in front of him and it'll open right up.
That's a good tip. I need to meet George Jackson. One rattlesnake smoothie for George, coming right up.
Ah, there we go. My favorite thirst quencher. You must be the new production assistant, Nancy Drew. I'm George Jackson, director of films, lover of rattlesnakes.
I hear Arthur Hitchens is really making you angry these days.
That's not true. I swear if the members of this crew were half as good at working as they are at spreading rumors, we would have wrapped this picture 2 weeks ago. I don't know who told you that, but Arthur Hitchens and I get along just fine.
Will your version of Pharaoh be similar to the original Pharaoh movie?
My film will be nothing like the cheesy, overwrought monstrosity classic studio spewed out 75 years ago. My Pharaoh will be spectacular in every sense of the word. I do intend to shoot the climactic death scene in exactly the same way, shot for shot, as the original director. You know, as a kind of intellectual exercise, but even then, I guarantee you there will be no mistaking my work for his.
I hear Ida can be hard to work with.
Directing Ida has been a challenge, but fortunately I love challenges. Thus I love Ida. Every self-centered, scatterbrained, ophidiophobic square inch of her.
Ophidiophobic?
She's afraid of snakes. Something she conveniently failed to mention until after she'd signed a contract. See, the climax of the film happens when her character, Nefertiti, tries to murder someone using a poisonous snake, which means to shoot that scene, Ida has to be ready, willing, and able to hold a live snake. Non-poisonous, of course.
What if she won't do it?
Oh, she'll do it. Like it or not, Ida is going to do that final scene just like it was done in the original.
Why do you think this production of Pharaoh is... Why is this production having so many accidents?
Molly McKenna, the mad course cutter. It's her fault. Anytime you have a producer whose first concern is money and last concern is safety, what do you get? Accidents.
So you don't believe in any curse?
All I know is... sometimes it seems like that lady is deliberately trying to sabotage her own shoot.
I'll let you get back to your rattlesnake.
For that, I thank you.
I'd sure like to get Arthur's take on all this. Maybe I'll head over to his office. Looks like Arthur isn't here, which means it's a good time to snoop for that decoder. Now I can see which buttons have fingerprints on them. I just need to figure out which buttons get pressed first. All right, got it open. This must be the decoder that was missing from that crate on the set. I bet each hieroglyph in the note represents one letter of the alphabet. I just need to match letters with hieroglyphs. Hey, there's a voicemail. Maybe I should check up on who's been calling Arthur.
Hi, Arthur, it's me. I was just wondering if you needed to talk. You know my number.
I take it you're Arthur Hitchens?
That I am, Nancy. No need to apologize for breaking into my office. It's exactly what I was hoping you'd do. It proves that you are indeed up to the task at hand, which, unbeknownst to Ms. McKenna, is the real reason I suggested she hire you. Here, I'd like you to have this. I found it in the janitor's closet. It's an old lock-picking kit. Take it.
Great, I bet this'll come in handy. I hear you intend to build another theme park right here.
That's correct. The fact that a promising starlet died while shooting a movie here, the fact that the set was buried immediately after the film wrapped, the fact that a new version of the very same movie is being filmed in the very same place. Combine these elements with state-of-the-art attractions, and I believe the public will flock to Theroland by the thousands.
When you said the real reason I was hired, it wasn't to investigate all the accidents, was it?
Few people know this, but the version of Pharaoh that was shown in theaters back in 1937 was not the version the director shot. Much of his footage, the scene in which poor Lois Manson met her demise in particular, was somehow lost. Were it to be found, it would be incredibly valuable publicity for my version of the movie.
And you'd like me to try to find it?
Correct. I have reason to believe that the director hid the missing footage somewhere on the set of the original movie just before the studio bulldozed over it. If that footage really is down there, Nancy, I want it.
That director, was his name by any chance? Was his name Z.B. Collingwood?
Yes, that is correct. I think whoever's been causing these accidents is trying to shut down my production so they can look for Collingwood's lost footage. Nancy, I think you have what it takes to find this lost footage. I suggest you head over to the Hotel Maltese. I'm keeping the cast and crew there with strict orders not to talk to the media. I suggest you start your investigation in Ms. McKenna's room.
Your producer, Molly? She's a suspect?
Make no mistake, Ms. Drew. Everyone is a suspect.
Aha! Molly's staying in room 614. But there's no key for room 614 here. It's a good thing I have that lock-picking kit. It looks like there are hieroglyphs all along the edges of this old movie poster. Let's see if I can decipher them. What in the world does Neja Haje mean? I can't walk past that security camera. They'll recognize me. All right. Gosh, Molly is researching the lost film footage. I'd better let Arthur know.
Hello, Nancy. Are you making progress?
You may be right about Molly McKenna. I checked out her laptop, and the last website Molly visited was... The website she visited was Pharaoh Files. She definitely knows about the lost footage.
The Pharaoh Files. Nothing but a gossip board for misguided conspiracy theorists. But yes, that proves Molly is aware of the existence of the footage. And because she has more access to the set than anyone, causing accidents would be child's play for her. She seems to spend an inordinate amount of time in the prop room on the upper level of the soundstage. Perhaps it's time someone found out why she always keeps it locked.
One other thing. In his letter, why did George accuse you of lying?
I've invested every cent I have in this project. I'm doing everything I can to avoid bankruptcy. So I was forced to pull a few strings to get George to direct this film for as little pay as possible. The prop room awaits, Ms. Drew.
Yikes! What's all this glass doing here? I should probably pick it up before going to the prop room.
CBC here. It's November the 18th, 1936, the day we officially fell exactly 2 weeks behind schedule and became $10,792 over budget. The studio is extremely concerned, of course, but the fault is theirs for saddling me with such an inept crew. Granted, getting the performance I want from Lois often requires several takes, but the camera operator is particularly impatient and unhelpful. No fellow artist, that one.
Uh-oh. Looks like someone beat me to the punch when it comes to investigating this prop room. Hey, what's this on the floor?